Hey guys, it's Miss R. I'm here for E-Block math class. So before I can even start to talk about math, I have to talk about the fact that it is snowing right now, and that is crazy. I do not even know what to do with myself. Anyway, I also have one more important thing to say, and that is that my dog, Cole here, he says hi. He really likes having me home. He's the best. But as much as I like being home with Cole, I really miss all of you guys and your personalities and laughing with you and all that great stuff. I really hope this ends soon and we can come back to school and be together. Okay, let's actually look at some math now that I'm done rambling. This is from the packet I sent home with you guys on Friday, March 13th. It is called Day 110. I'm going to go over how to do these problems. If you tried them on your own, that is awesome. If you did not, I would like for you to try them on your own before you do them with me. But I can't control that because I'm not next to you anymore, am I? Okay, let's look at the questions. Number 1, 43 minus 8. Now, I'm pretty confident that you guys know how to do that. Let's do it together, though, just in case. 43 minus 8. Well, let's look. Can we do 3 minus 8? No, we cannot do 3 minus 8. So what do we have to do? We're going to have to borrow, right? So we're going to make the 4 a 3. The 13, or excuse me, I just gave it away. The 3 becomes a 13 because I took a 10 from this column. 13 minus 8, I know is 5. And then I'm left with 3 here. 3 minus 0 is 3. So my answer is 35. Okay, let's go on to number 2. We have 7 times 9. I think you guys know what 7 times 9 is. 7 times 9 is 63. We've been practicing that a lot, so I know you guys have that under control. Let's go on. We're going to go on to number 3. How many groups of 8 are in 48? Excuse me. So we have to think about how we want to set this problem up. How many groups of 8 are in 48? So that implies to me that I'm going to have to divide. So I'm going to have to do 48 divided by 8. Now remember, division is the opposite of multiplication. So I can ask myself, what times 8 equals 48? And I know that 6 times 8 equals 48. And then I just want to finish the problem. 6 times 8 is 48, so I subtract 48 from under the division problem. 48 minus 48, well, that's 0. So we are all set on that one. Let's go on to number 4. Number 4 is another division problem. 28 divided by 4. We've been practicing this a lot. Think about it. 28 divided by 4. 4 times what number equals 28? Well, I know that 4 times 7 equals 28. So, my answer is 7. Number 5. What ordinal number is after 30th? Well, first we have to think to ourselves, what is an ordinal number? So an ordinal number defines its position. So when I describe numbers like this, first, second, third, fourth, 20th, 50th, 100th, I am using, ordinal numbers. So after 30th, what number comes after 30? 31, right? So the next ordinal number would be 31st. That's something you'll be able to do quite easily once you understand what an ordinal number is. Okay, let's keep going. Number 6. 50 minus 32 equals 60 minus n. So we have to look at the numbers 50 and 60. 50 minus 32 is going to be equal to 60 minus n. How can I make these equal? I want to make this number a 60 somehow. But what would I have to do to this number in order to make this a 60 and have them still be equal? Well, if I add 10 here and subtract 10 here, it's going to even out in the end. So I'm going to rewrite this as 60 minus 22, because 50 plus 10 equals 60, and 32 minus 10 equals 22. Now, do you see I have 60 in two spots now? I have 60 here and I have 60 here. So that means the n value right here is going to be the same as this value. So that means that n equals 22. Let's go back. We're going to look at number 7. I'm just going to erase some of this writing. I'm still learning how to use this app, as I'm sure you guys can understand. Number 7. One side of a square is 9 centimeters. What is the area? Well, let's draw the square. It's not going to be completely accurate. It's not even completely straight. Sorry, guys. You know me pretty well by now. It's a square. So if one side is 9 centimeters, that means all the sides are 9 centimeters. Because remember, a square has 4 sides, and all of them are the same length. Whoops, forgot the 9. Now, how do I solve for area? I don't add all the sides. Area is when I multiply the length times the width. The length and the width in a square are the same thing. So all I'm going to do is 9 times 9, which equals 81 centimeters. And since it's area, I have to square my answer. Okay, let's look at number 8. You set your alarm clock to wake up at 6:30 a.m. If you sleep in until 7:28 a.m., how long did you oversleep? Oof, that would get you in some trouble probably. You'd be in school late, and then I'd have to call you. It would be a mess. So if I had slept in till 7:30, I would have overslept by an hour. But I slept until 7:28. How many minutes less than an hour is that? Well, it's only 2 minutes less than an hour. And there's 60 minutes in an hour. 60 minus 2. 0 minus 2 we can't do. We borrow from the 6. Change that to a 5. 10 minus 2 is 8. 5 minus 0 is 5. So that means I overslept by 58 minutes. All right, let's look at number 9. Let me erase some of this. Number 9 says, record the data in the bar graph. So we've got the names of 3 batters down here, and then we have their home runs. So we're going to first put the name of the batter in the left-hand column. So we have Harry, we have Dean, and we have Dale. Now we are going to make a horizontal bar graph, so that means like the horizon line that we see left to right of the data that we've been given. So Harry, we are told, hit 4 home runs. So we're going to go to the Harry, and we're just going to color in up to 4. Dean hit 5 home runs. Good job, Dean. So we're going to go to Dean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Color in all the way up to 5. Now, Dale hit 2. Maybe he's a new player. Maybe he had a rough season. Who knows? But we're just going to go to Dale and color in up to 2. And that's all you got to do for that one. It's hard to interpret the data that they give you without a lot of details. But once you see it, you can see that it's not that bad. All right, last one, number 10. 1/8 of 48 equals 6. So 5/8 of 48 equals what? What does it equal? So how do we figure that out? We haven't really talked about this much in class together yet, and that's okay. When the problem tells us that 1/8 of 48 equals 6, that means that 6 times 8 equals 48. So So we have to take that number 6 here and multiply it times the numerator in the second problem in order to figure out what 5/8 of 48 would be. If 1/8 is 6, I multiply the numerator of the second problem times that 6 in order to figure out what 5/8 of 48 is. So all I'm going to do is 6 times 5, which equals, we know, 30. So that means that 30 equals 5/8 of 48. All right, everybody. I hope you're doing great. I will try to post 111, which is the second page of your math packet, by tomorrow. Be mindful of the fact that each page is double-sided, but they are duplicates. So you're going to have 110 printed twice on the front and the back of the page. Do not feel like you have to do it twice. That was not my intention. I just did that by accident. Please feel free to reach out to me if you need anything. I do have my Google Voice account set up now, so you can text me, you can call me. We can chat between 8 and 2 whenever you need. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.